Hello and welcome back. Today's little chat will be about angels. Someone asked me, how did you contact your angels? So I meditated a little bit on it because there's been several places in my life where I've been working intensely with angels and elves and, other shamanism and other things. So I was thinking, okay, the angel part, let's see, where did I start that? And they told me it was as a small child, I would converse with them, and I was using light language. Now, my mother told me some years ago, when I was around 2 years old, I would lie in bed and it was 12 o'clock at night after my father had come home from work, that she would hear me still going on like with some kind of weird language. And I thought, uh, okay, this was light language, I was told today. And I've never put that together. I just thought, it was just a little kid thing. But they were getting me ready. They were getting me ready, and that's what they do. They give you hints, they give you guidings, teachings, and things like that. So later on in life, I was approximately 9 years old, and I was overwhelmed, and there's things going on, and I just didn't know what to do. And I said, please, 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 someone help me, help me, help me. And I felt this presence come, and I knew it was Archangel Michael. Now, I was a little kid, and I thought, you know, you can share my bed, but, I was falling out of the bed, and I realized, okay, these angels, they're sort of like there and not there. So he gave me strength, and I got through that period of my life that I needed to get through quite well, actually. Later in life, Michael has been there the whole time, and I even used him as I call him Mike the mechanic, because sometimes when the car was being a little cheeky, I would sort of put that angel light on the car. And even I had a car where it seemed like all of a sudden the gas gauge would go woof down. And I would ask Michael to please help me with the gas so I could at least get to the gas station. And believe it or not, because that's up to you, but the gauge would go up. And later I asked, how do you do that? And he explained, he makes the molecules expand. And then that's how I got, basically to the gas station, sometimes on fumes. So, yeah. So then I ran into Diana Cooper's books about angels, and always knew there was an angel guiding me. I always felt like, I could talk to this angel when I was a kid, saying, you know, let's tell God that, to eradicate racism, he has to take a bowl like, the rainbow ice cream and just mix all the colors, and then poof, no more racism. And I actually remember saying, if the humans on this planet didn't buckle down and get things done, and I'm like 4 or 5 years old, maybe humans weren't the best idea to be on the planet because we were kind of polluting it way back then. So I guess, God's much wiser, so we get our chances. I also have a handicapped child where I saw an angel around him. It was a girl, and I'm pretty sure it was Nadja. And I knew he was helping her, and he would smile, and I could see he was looking at her and smiling at her. And yeah, I could tell he was very connected. And I also call my son Karsten the Earth Angel in our family, because in his presence, you are just in the presence of a pure being, an angel being. And there are those walking upon earth who are angels, earth angels. So I forgot to bring over the little list I had written. So I'll probably make a part 2 of this. But back to the question, how did I connect? Well, it was just asking. I was quiet and I was in dire straits and I needed help. And I remember the first time asking is when I was around 9 years old, please, please help me. And then I felt the presence of Archangel Michael. You don't need a whole lot of incantations, and what you do need is a sacred space, and it can just be a little corner of a room, a quiet place in your garden or in the woods or on the beach or wherever, where you feel peace and calm. And sit quietly and ask, please may I contact my angels or the angel I need at this moment. Now, when I was at a market, I walked by the angel behind me. He's quite large, really gorgeous. And I just felt this connection. And I couldn't believe it's another artist that sold this. Her mother did it for her, but at this marketplace. And I thought, I really want that. But, I was told if she goes down in price, when I was going back the other way in the market, that I should get it. So I went back and said, how much does she cost now? And the woman had put it down a little bit, and it was just a clear sign to me it was meant to come home with me. And as soon as I got her in the door, I had her name, Sofia Seraphina. And I just felt, as soon as I had this name within me, I just felt this wave of like, whoa, amazing energy. And it just flowed through me. And I was told she had been watching out for me for quite a while and was sort of on my angel team, and that things were going to accelerate. And this is about 5 years ago. And I tell you, they have, they really, wow. A lot of things going on. And she also helps me with my clairvoyance, messages to people when people come and they ask for a reading or something. She helps me with that, but she also connects me directly to Divine Source. I won't say I'm in connection all the time. It's a very high frequency, but every once in a while when we're together here doing some work, we get this beautiful divine connection. And Sofia Seraphina helps me with that. They were not supposedly allowed on the planet before the energy was this high as it is now. And now they've been released, and many people are feeling like this divine presence, this angelic-like presence, even through all the chaos. And that is why they're here. So we are being helped. So I think your name was Carol B. I just feel like you are surrounded by, actually, I feel 3 angels. And yeah, they're very different. There are 2 females and a male. They don't really have a sex, but for our imaginations to sort of picture them. So what I'd like you to do is meditate, just sort of like sit back, close your eyes, and just think of there are 3 beautiful angels. And they're sort of in this rainbow color. They sort of shift. They're not one color. They're sort of like shifting with the colors. They're just all rainbow colors. And they emanate this, of course, this warmth. One of them is very humorous because I'm being told that you could use some laughter in your life and a bit of uplifting. So remember to laugh. And that's one of the highest things we're laughing with friends is so healing, and it lifts the energy so much, much more than we know. Like when I was a child, not a child, but a teenager, we would get the giggle attacks. And we did it very well. I mean, we just couldn't stop laughing. And when we did that, I remember those times, and I can still do that with some friends. It just feels so releasing and so good. It just feels amazing. So remember to laugh more, Carol, and whoever's out there. Now, I did a small reading. I have more that I know I'm forgetting, but I'm going to do a part 2 when I have a little more time, because I have a little birthday party go to in just a few minutes. So, but I did do a reading, and this is sort of the one I picked first. And I'm not really good with the camera thing, so I can't pick it up. But if you know Tarot by Janine, you'll know I did like the Kachina knife with angels. So, and these are very, very simple. So these are really good. I think they're called Angel Insight cards. And they have like gold on the sides. They're really pleasing to look at. And the first one is peace. And if you see, this angel is holding the world. And that's, I think, if you're listening now, if you're watching this, that is your mission. It is to hold the world and spread the peace. Spread the peace from your heart center. Spread the peace with the way you act towards others. Spread the peace with loving thoughts. And it doesn't have to be big time, do a video show or anything, or, stand in front of thousands of people. With your friends and family, start there, and with yourself as well. Start actually with yourself. Be loving and kind to yourself, and let that spread to others and the world. So that was the first one. And then I'm going to take up the sort of corresponding one, which is like the situation. And look who showed up. My good friend Michael. Yay! And this was confirmation for me that when I was a child, that he was, that was the angel that came to me. And he comes at times when I need strength, and he has a sense of humor. I tell you, this guy has a sense of humor. He's funny. He is strong, bold, funny. That's what, yeah. Yay! Now, about the past, I did this, I got this one, nurturing. So maybe some of us that have been working with angels, we have had the nurturing maybe from angels because we weren't getting it from our surroundings that should be giving it to us. So the angels have been there to help support us and give us that nurturing that we might have been lacking. So remember, nurture yourself, and then you can give to others. Now, the middle one connecting the peace and the Michael one is the joy. So, again, bring joy to the world as much as you can, however you can. Smile at the lady in front of you in the line that looks like she's just about to drop over. I remember walking in the street, and a lady, she looked so stiff and like a hard person. And her clothes were immaculate. And she had these beautiful glasses on, and we were standing at a crossroad, and I said to her, wow, those glasses look really nice, on you. And she just lit up. Because even though she looked like she had everything in perfect order, she needed a kind word. So that's what it's all about, the little things. Just some kind words will go far. Alrighty. So we're going to go down here and take this one. This is motivation. And at this time, some people are running a little dry on motivation. It's like, oh, when is this going to be over? And, I've been doing this and this and this, and come on now, but keep it up. Keep it up. Perseverance, patience. We got this, but we need to keep motivated. And we do that by helping each other keep motivated. Just being good buddies and telling each other, we got this. It might take longer than we had hoped, but We're going to get through it. The next one was discovery. And this is about discovering all the strengths you really do have inside and all the things you didn't realize that you could do that you can do. And you find out, hey, I'm actually good at that. I'm actually really good at whatever it is that you're good at. My words got a little crumbled up in there, but yeah, just holding the line and discovering the light within. Yeah, that's what it was, the light within, discovering the light within. And it all leads to, and this is such a good, I mean, this layout is perfect because it all leads to love. And love is the answer. Love is how we're going to get where we're going to get to, our ascension process within and also without ourselves. So that is just a beautiful shining light of hope, which we all need. And while working with angels, I have also worked with crystals, and especially, I'll just show you this one. The rose quartz is really good. I love working with rose quartz. That's the one that makes me feel most intentionally with, there we go again. Da, 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 da. Oh yeah, the words, yeah. I live in Denmark, and sometimes I feel like I'm crossing the languages, and I know, no one's going to understand that if I say it in Danish. That's my excuse anyway. And this is my phantom crystal. It's also a very good crystal. But I also feel it has the connection to the angelic realm. And these are the ones I work with people. I ask them to hold one in each hand. And then the focal crystals. Really, really beautiful. And when I do readings where I used to call it star wave infusions, I would sort of just ask, what do they need? And I would use this one, and it would sort of right above their crown chakras. And I also felt angelic, like I'm writing angel language above their crown chakras. Very powerful. And if you have the feel to do that, I would do that, definitely. And another tool I like is the flower of life. That also makes me feel like I'm right in the angel realm. I think it's Metronom that uses that one a lot. So to end this off a little bit and say goodbye, I'm going to do just like half a minute of light language. I am sort of going to just play with it, because when I do it, it's usually I'm in a group, I'm doing a session, I'm connecting with other people. And doing it online is a little different, but I'm going to give it a go because I was told to by Sofia. So just going to breathe in, and maybe you just want to breathe in just a little bit. Anidati la yamatino da gida ismuktada adaroishani do matitari mada. Era otore den to it patata for what that it hadata patani in a mod warrior. Fumanati would lie it over party tava paratimo didati the moon pate. And there's another one coming in. Like that was one form of it. So there's another one. And it's a little bit more expansive, or, yeah, a mixture between like space people and angels. And I do that often. I get sort of that feeling. So this is another little, I mean, it's going to sound funny, okay? So that's just the way it is. So I'm just going to leave it. Let other energy go, and yeah. I think I've done that before, but when I'm told to do that again, so I'll do it again. So anyways, I hope you start working with the angels if you haven't already. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But at this time, the angels are, I'm being told, really in abundance. They are very easy to contact. The veils are lifting. This photonic energy that's coming through is very, very potent right now. And this is supposedly one of the last days of the Lion's Gate. So soak in that energy and use it in any way. Like if you want to draw, if you want to sing, if you want to have a good conversation with someone you haven't talked to for a long time, go out and do it. Okay? So I'm going to go party now. Ta-ta. Thank you for listening.